Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. Another win for the Minnesota Twins. I mean, that's why they got WIN underlined on their jerseys. Another win. We are playing 600 baseball right now. If you are unfamiliar with that term, that means we are winning 2 out of our 3 games. We are 24-12. Still the best team in the major leagues. We are doing fantastic. Also, the Rays lost tonight against the Yankees, which means we are just boom, 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 moving up the ladder, baby. So we had a great night tonight against the Detroit Tigers. We shut them out 6-0. That's obviously what a shutout means. We gave up 3 hits, and 2 of them were in the last inning. That's insane. So that means Odorizzi, who got the win tonight, he's 5-2 on the year. Ross is 1-5. He went 7 innings, 1 hit. And I believe it was the second batter of the game. So that just explains how good he has been. And I mentioned earlier in today's series preview, go ahead and go check that video out if you haven't seen it already. It kind of gives you more in depth about this upcoming series. But I said, Odorizzi, he's going to have a bad start eventually. This was not it. But he's going to have a bad start eventually, and it's got to be a way to find you got to find a way to win. He had his good stuff tonight. I mean, he was fantastic from the get-go, never let up. It's a struggling Detroit team. That's what he needed to do, and he did his job. But when he struggles, he's got to find a way to win. And with defense like that, like tonight, I mean, he might not lose the rest of the year. That's obviously an overstatement, but I mean, he's been doing so good these last couple of starts, and he has really found that good stuff. And I hope it doesn't leave. So let's go to the pitching. All right, let's start with the box score. Getting ahead of myself. So we scored 6 runs on 7 hits. Productivity. And we scored 6 runs. I don't remember. Is that 18 or 19 wins now out of our 24 that we have had 6 runs scored? Am I right about that? We were like, what, 17-4 when scoring first? Maybe I'm totally wrong on these numbers. I honestly can't remember. Were we 13-2 when scoring 6 runs? So we're like 14 or 15-2 when we score first. We were like 17 or 18-4. We scored first and we scored 6 runs. Checking both boxes there. I mean, when we do that, we are unstoppable. And it seems like it either takes us a time, an inning or 2 to get into things. If Max Kepler doesn't hit a home run or something in the first inning, we usually score by the 3rd inning. I would love to see if somebody could go out and find that. What's our record when we score in the 1st inning, and what's our record when we score first in the 3rd inning? Love to find that out if you guys could do that for me. But yeah, let's go to the pitching. Now, like I said, Odorizzi got his 5th win of the season. Pitched amazing tonight. His ERA is now dropped to 2.32. He struck out 5 tonight, so maybe a little bit lower on that number. But hey, he did his job, right? He got hitters out, lots of weak contact, 7 innings, 1 hit. How many pitches did he throw? He threw 9. Nope, that's the wrong batter. Am I missing this? Odorizzi threw 95 pitches, 66 were strikes. Through 7 innings. Not saying he could have gone out there for the 8th, but when you're under 100 pitches, obviously Baldelli likes to keep us around 90 to 100 pitches, and he really won't go over 100, but he could have gone out there for the 8th. I mean, he was looking so good the entire time. That's awesome. And then, if you look at McGill, he had a great outing in the 8th. Let's talk about the bullpen quickly here. So McGill went out there for the 8th inning. His 1 inning of work, he struck out 2 guys. That was awesome. I mean, he looks solid tonight. But the guy I really want to talk about out of the bullpen is Romero. Romero threw 8 pitches. All 8 of them were strikes. He gave up 2 hits, but he has got some nasty, nasty stuff. He struck out 1, gave up 2 hits, and it happens, right? We're up 6-0. I think we can take a couple hits. Obviously, it would have been nice to throw a one-hitter. A team 1-hitter against Detroit. But, hey, it happens like I said. But Romero has got some of the best stuff I have seen this year. If he can start locating it a little bit more, he's going to be untouchable. He has a 95 to 97 mile an hour fastball. I think it's a 2-seamer. Am I wrong on that, or is it a 4-seamer? I don't know. if maybe he's got both. This thing moves like crazy. And, I mean, it starts on the middle of the plate, and it goes in to the corner of the box. 95, 97. I don't know how people touch that, but they do. Then he's got a slider. So, the guy he did strike out tonight on 3 pitches, I cannot remember who it was in that last inning there. Let me go see if I can find it really quickly. It must have been Griner? Must have been him. He struck out twice tonight, but he threw that fastball in there, 97 miles an hour, clipped that corner, strike 1. Slider outside at, 90 miles an hour, strike 2. Then a changeup at 88 that dips down below the zone, falls off the table. Again, you're not touching it, strike 3, go back to the dugout. I don't know how those guys hit the ball the first 2 times. That's absolutely incredible. But, I mean, I'm not touching 97. That's why you pay him the big bucks. But that is... If he can just find his stuff a little bit more, he's almost there. He could either become our closer. I mean, we do have Parker. Probably won't happen. But if we can start working him maybe as an opener or start working him 4 or 5 innings, that'd be insane. I mean, he was a starter, right? He's probably still got the energy to go 4 or 5 innings. I mean, if he could just find that little touch, he's going to be unstoppable. He's going to be the 5th guy in our rotation that takes Pineda's spot and just shuts him down. I mean, our hitting is great, but our pitching has been so good too. The last 4 games, we have given up how many hits in the last 4 games? Less than 10, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong on that. It might be a little bit more, but I mean, in that we had 2 shutouts, a one runner. They scored 1 run and then another shutout. That is insane. That's our 4th strikeout sixth shutout this year. So that is great. Now let's go to hitting. I know we don't have a lot of time here. Kepler hit another home run, 8th of the year. Good for him. That came a little bit later, in the 6th inning? 5th inning. There you go. So 5th inning. Good for him. I mean, he just looks solid all year. Still want that average up a little higher, but looks like he's just going to be a power hitter and hit around that 250 mark for now. Not complaining. We're doing well. If it works, keep him there. Polanco had 1 for 4 tonight with a double. He had 3 RBIs. I picked him tonight. I usually don't pick a twin, but he had some great numbers. He did it. Got that hit. Got us on the board in the 3rd inning with the double. Like I said, still batting .341. That's insane. Cruz went 1 for 3. He had a walk as well. So did Kepler and Polanco. Rosario 0 for 4, batting .226. He's got to pull that up, but he's had some decent games, hitting a couple home runs in Toronto. He had a night off tonight, or an off night. He'll get back into it. Crone went 1 for 4. Gonzalez went 1 for 2 with a run. And Odorizzi came in and ran. He also scored a run. Then he went over 1 as well, but scored a run. Now let's talk about Garver. Garver and the catchers in general this year have been fantastic. We already know this. The Twins have hit 13 home runs from the catching position, split between Astudillo, Garver, and Castro. Castro has 3, Garver's got 8, and Astudillo has 2. That's insane. That's the most in the major leagues. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. He's got a beautiful swing. That slider, I think it was a slider, hung right over the middle of the plate. Great extension. I mean, that is some of the greatest stuff I've ever seen. I know I just use that word a lot, but it's a beautiful swing. This is what we wanted 2 years ago, last year, that he just never really got. He has started so hot. I don't expect him to stop. He has just been tearing the cover off the ball. And, I mean, he went 1 for 1 tonight with 3 walks and that 2-run home run, like I said. That is insane. He's got an OPS still of 1.228, an average of 3.64 or 364. That's insane right there. I mean, if he's not an all-star at this rate, I don't know if there's a better AL catcher in the entire league. Molina's been doing okay, but he's in the NL, so I don't see why Garver shouldn't be. There's a ton of all-stars on this team. And then Scope went 1 for 4, Buxton 0 for 3, but scored a run with a walk. I mean, this is a solid team. Tonight, really, I mean, it wasn't one of our greatest hitting nights. Believe that or not. It wasn't a bad hitting night, right? We still had 7 runs and 6 runs on 7 hits. But realistically, I mean, look, Kepler got a hit, Polanco got a hit, Cruz got a hit. Then there's a gap. Then Cron got a hit, Gonzalez got a hit, another gap, Garver got a hit, Scope got a hit. I mean, almost everybody in the lineup got a hit, and they got them at different times, which is good because that's how we scored runs. But it's just interesting to see how this team plays off of each other every single night. Sometimes Kepler does really good. Sometimes Cruz does really good. Sometimes Rosario goes off, and then he goes cold for 2 weeks. And then Garver just cleans everything up. It's crazy to see this team, even on an off night. Not necessarily that this was, but just like one guy doesn't stand out. They all kind of do their own thing through the middle innings. That's how a baseball team works, and this is great baseball. This is absolutely great baseball. I'm really nervous for tomorrow with the doubleheader, but I'm also super excited because we've been playing so well. Our pitching's been great. Our hitting's been great. There's literally no problems right now, and that's awesome. So that's all I got for you today. I hope you guys did enjoy this little game review here. You enjoyed the game. That's awesome. Another shutout, like I said. Garver's hitting the cover off the ball. It's insane. But a great night for the team. If you guys are enjoying the videos, though, like I said, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment. Lets me know that you enjoy the video and just want to say hi. And then if you like the Twins, if you like baseball, if you like what I'm doing here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Always helps the channel out. So that's all I got for you today. Come back tomorrow for two game reviews. That's right, with the doubleheader. So we'll have that out there tomorrow. So come back for that, and we'll see you then. Peace out.